Looks like you might have crashed your car, huh?
Oh my gosh. Hi. Yeah, I'm Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Rachel? What's that supposed to mean?
I'm looking at you and I can tell you look younger than me.
43.
You look 20.
Don't you guys have anything better to do today?
We actually do.
Some people are too soft on their kids, and that never turns out well. Those kids mostly have a rough time adapting to society the normal way. Some of them learn the tough lessons in life with the help of society. But today, we're dealing with the other kind. The kind that was never told no, and never had to deal with any real hardship. Well, for these 4 people, that ends today. They're about to hit the proverbial wall, and we're about to experience it close up. Some of them will take it rather well, but others will lose it completely and go bananas. Are you ready? We start today's journey in New Jersey on the night of July 15th, 2023, with some really clueless kids driving down a one-way street, in the opposite direction, of course. When the cops pull them over, they have no clue what they did wrong, and the driver seems to be surprisingly chill about it because she thinks she has a secret weapon.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Patrolman Miller, Seaside Ice. You know why I stopped you?
No, I don't.
Okay, this is a one-way street right here.
I did not know that. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. You're
You need
good.
to see my license?
Yes, please.
All right.
And do you have the registration for the vehicle?
I'm sure I do in this compartment here.
Where are you guys coming from?
Seaside.
Seaside. You're in Seaside. Where were you at?
And there it is. So far, this conversation went smoothly, and one would probably expect the driver to get a ticket or even just a verbal warning on account of being so young and inexperienced. But it seems she doesn't even know where she is or where she's been. So she does the next dumb thing and asks her friends, and that's as big a red flag as any.
Where are we at, guys? We're at the boardwalk. The boardwalk.
You don't know where you were at?
Not sure. We're just walking around. We're just walking
Alright.
around. Here's a registration. All right.
As the officer looks over the papers, he goes silent. My guess is there's probably just one thing going through his mind. These kids are drunk. So, as expected, the inevitable question follows.
Rachel, how much did you have to drink tonight?
Nothing.
Nothing. I'm gonna be back in 23.
It's a one-way?
Yeah, this is a one-way street, right?
Oh,
here.
I'm
You're
so
coming.
sorry.
No, you're good.
Is there a few of those?
Yeah, every other street's a one-way.
Oh,
All right.
I see. I see. So we should have gone on the next one?
Yeah. The next street is a one-way going this way. This one you were coming head-on with traffic.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
Oh, wow.
All right, just stand by for a second, okay?
It looks like Rachel hasn't been paying attention to movies involving lawyers, or she made the mistake of not subscribing to my channel. Because if she'd been watching my videos, she would know it's always best to keep your mouth shut. The more she speaks, the less sense she's making, and her slurred speech is becoming more apparent. The papers seem to be in order, but then it's time for the dreaded field sobriety test. If Rachel had been following the channel, she'd know that she does not have to agree to do the test.
All right, do you mind hopping out of the car? We're just gonna run you through a test real quick
Yeah,
to see if
that's
you're good to drive. All right, you can come over this way. We're just gonna do a couple tests and then, when you're good to go, we'll get you out of here, all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, we'll come stand on this line right here.
On this one?
Yep, right over here.
Is it okay if I just get a backseat?
Yeah. All right, so what you're gonna do? Yeah, I'm gonna just give this back
Can you
to you.
unlock it?
Here, you guys can hold on to that. I'll put it back in the glove box. All right, you can stand right on this white line, okay? Hands by your side, feet together, okay?
Okay.
Nope, just, yeah. Hands by your side and feet together. No, just put your hands by your side and your feet together, okay?
Okay, good dealer.
Nope, just don't start yet.
Oh,
Just go
okay.
back.
Okay.
Feet together like this and hands by your side, okay?
Okay.
All right, that's your starting position, okay?
Okay.
Now, don't start until I tell you to begin,
Okay.
but you're gonna take your right foot and put it right in front of your left foot, okay?
Okay.
You're gonna take 9 heel-to-toe steps down this line. You're gonna take 9 heel-to-toe steps down this line. On that 9th step, you're gonna take a small series of steps and turn back around and take 9 steps back, okay?
Okay, so 18 in total.
Correct.
Wow, she might not be that drunk after all. I mean, I got lost in his explanation. I can imagine being tired after a night out, standing in the middle of a parking lot in front of a cop who's about to arrest me would only exacerbate my anxiety. But this young lady seems to be in control of her faculties. As the officer demonstrates what she needs to do, she seems confident she'll be able to pull it off.
Before we start, do you have any medical conditions?
I have asthma, heat-induced asthma.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very hot and humid today, so I was finding myself very congested, and
Okay.
I don't know what the right word is, but I couldn't really breathe well today.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay.
All right, so just get in that starting position, like I said.
Okay.
Right foot in front of your
Right
left,
foot.
okay? Right
What if
foot.
I'm a lefty?
I just gotta put your right foot in front of your left, okay? Heel to toe. Just like this. Go ahead, you can do it now.
I see.
So Rachel attempts to do the test, but fails. We can see her valiant effort from the perspective of another officer who arrived earlier, and we can also see that there's a crowd of spectators eager to see if she'll make it. Never mind the way she walked, but after confirming several times she understood how many steps she needed to take, she actually made 2 times 12 instead of 9.
All right, I'm just gonna demonstrate the test again because I don't think you understood it properly, okay?
Okay.
So you can get back, stand on that line.
Okay.
All right,
You don't think
perfect.
I was tapping enough?
No,
I can try again
I don't
with
think you
tapping
understood
more.
the directions at all. So keep your hands by your side the entire time. Don't start until I tell you to do so, okay? So when you begin, you're gonna count out loud the entire time, okay? You're gonna take 9 heel-to-toe steps down, take the small series of steps, take 9 heel-to-toe steps back, okay? So
Okay.
just like this. 1, 2, 3. Keep your heels connected the
Okay.
entire time
Heels
on that.
connected the entire time.
On that 9th step, 9 steps, take a small series of steps and take 9 steps back.
Okay.
But is it okay? This time she almost slipped and fell, and then she raised her hands to keep her balance, which is another red flag. The officer then administered the one-leg stand test, during which she kept swaying, as well as the finger test. As the officer fills out the paperwork, his colleague starts chatting to the suspect. It turns out she's probably used to getting out of these situations by playing the My Daddy's an Officer card. But that doesn't work here. Her secret weapon is about to fail, as the officer is utterly unimpressed.
I go to the University of Florida. It's in North Florida. So, my friends go there too. They're just trying to get back safe.
When are you
afraid.
driving back?
What?
When are you going back down? Are you out for the summer?
No, I work at Jenks actually. So, there's a lot of perks over there, but not so much over here, I guess. My dad's a correctional officer. I have a card. I guess it's not so much help over here.
So she has an actual get-out-of-jail-free card, also known as a PBA card. But, unlucky for her, these cops do not seem impressed. The PBA stands for the Police Benevolent Association, which is a municipal police union that protects its members, negotiates contracts, improves benefits and working conditions, and ensures fair treatment by the city and police departments. A PBA card is often given to friends and family members of police officers. The card reads, "The bearer of this card is a supporter of the PBA, and you should try to extend every courtesy possible." These cards are not easy to get, and like in this case, they don't always work. Rachel here, despite her attempt to flirt, is about to be arrested, but she doesn't seem to be worried about it.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm looking at you and I can tell you look younger than me.
I'm 43.
You look 20.
What was your name again? Rachel? Rachel. All right, Rachel. So you're going to be placed under arrest, okay? Driving under the influence.
How do you manage that?
Well, we ran you through a couple tests, okay? So if you're placed under arrest, you can just put your hands behind your back. We're gonna take you in, okay?
I will go with you without problems, but I need to make sure my friends are going to get home.
Yeah,
okay?
they're going to get home. We'll sit on them and take care of them, all right? So you can just turn around and put your hands behind your back.
I must say it's refreshing to witness a police interaction with a normal human being. Even though Rachel is probably confident that her dad will get her out as soon as possible, still she messed up. And she's facing repercussions without making a scene, which cannot be said for our next suspect, who turns out to be a real screamer. Our next case involves a report of a very strange suspect. Other than supposedly stealing cigarettes from a neighbor's porch, this suspect did nothing wrong aside from dancing in the street. But someone had a problem with that and decided to call the cops. But little do they know that all hell's about to break loose.
Could I talk to you for a sec? Yes, you are. I got a call on you.
What am I doing?
Can you stop right there?
I don't want to.
Can you stop right there?
Stop.
I'm telling you to stop.
No, I don't want you to. Stop. 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 I'm not doing.
Now.
I'm not doing anything. I didn't do it.
Come on,
Stop!
walk.
Okay, you're hurting me!
Can you walk?
You're hurting me!
Okay, come on. I'm not gonna play this anymore.
At this point, the suspect falls to the ground and continues to wail. I'm not sure why she thinks this will work or make things better, but I guess that's what happens with people who live in a bubble. People who never had any discipline in their lives when they were kids. When discipline inevitably comes, as it did right now, it's like they hit a wall at high speed. The shock is so great that it's virtually impossible for them to recover. Luckily, this cop has a few tricks up his sleeve, like the all too familiar ear pull. Boy, that brings me back to my childhood. As the suspect is placed on the hood, another officer arrives at the scene.
7-5, I'm out with him. Come on, Chloe. Let's go. Have a seat. Have a seat. Chloe, have a seat.
Why is that stop?
Get in the car.
Why are you hurting me?
Get in the car.
I'm not doing it. Why? It hurts!
What's your name? Chloe Runner.
Well, Chloe's running days are over for now. She's placed in the back seat of the police vehicle. Her panting and bewildered gaze hint that she's suffering from mental issues, or that there may be drugs involved, or she's just an entitled brat. As she continues screaming, the officer explains what happened and why he was forced to detain the suspect. He gesticulates his movement, which prompts the female officer to make a funny comparison.
She was about to, and then I went like that, so she went like that.
You're like the Spider-Man meme?
Yeah, we're like that, just trying to like...
I'm so tired! Let me out! You can't just take me to jail for no reason! Just let me out!
Hey, are those your shoes?
You let me out! I didn't do anything! You can't just arrest me! You
Hey,
You hurt me!
Chloe.
I don't have to be nice to you! Stop playing this game! You think this shit is funny? You're sick in the head! Oh, you're disgusting! You're disgusting! Go home and I don't care! Leave me alone! I can't do this, bro! Ah! I hate you, Tina! You can't take me to jail for no reason!
You're going to jail
For what?
for resisting.
I was scared! You were hurting me! You don't just hurt someone like that! I'm sick! And tired!
The craziness is strong in this one. From shouting to pleading, then screaming again and hurling insults and profanities, Chloe's erratic behavior's not helping her at all. It's doing the complete opposite. At one point, she even claims she's sick. Sick or not, She still has strength, and I'm sure the ride to jail will be a long and excruciating one for the officers involved.
Who hurts a girl like that? Who fights a woman that harshly? You make us want to die every day! You make it so that we don't get a chance! And you get everything! Good for you! You win! Get away! Just let me be! Stop hurting me! This isn't a funny game! Cool!
Actually, miss, you're the one making this scene pretty funny. Listening to her scream, I can't help but wonder what her deal is. What happens to a person that makes them become this way? And although we might never get to the bottom of it, at least we can learn what happened on that specific day from the people who witnessed it. As it turns out, the situation is much more complicated than just stealing some cigarettes.
Hey, folks. Y'all have an interesting morning, or?
Yeah, very.
So what was going on with her?
Well, she came, we heard her screaming coming, and she crossed the street right here and came up in our driveway, and I said, just leave, my dog, I had little dogs, and she said, no, I'm going to come back and kill all y'all. And I said, just leave. Man, she just started babbling, and then she came across here and went straight up on her porch and stole her cigarettes and lighter, and my husband says, what are you doing? And then she got in the middle of the road talking about, this is my house. I'll come back with an AK-47 kill. Oh, yeah, I just got out of prison. I said, well, go back.
I'm gonna kill myself! And when I do, I hope you guys seriously like this.
As I mentioned, I believe she's under the influence of God knows what, or she's suffering from serious mental issues. This behavior is more akin to a spoiled, entitled child who's not yet learned to cope with rejection than any adult I know of. Luckily, her neighbors have a sense of humor to brighten the day. Their laughing and the birds chirping in the trees are a strong contrast to what's going on inside the police car and in the mind of that young woman.
Did y'all get my cigarettes?
I don't know if she had cigarettes on her.
That was a brand new pack of cigarettes she just stole off my porch.
With the red label.
And a lighter.
And a lighter.
Was it a white lighter?
Yes.
There was one on the ground way over there. I didn't know if that was hers or not, but I see cigarettes.
Yeah, she just stole a brand new pack of cigarettes off my porch.
Did you notice the deep sighs of the officer? I can't help but think about how his day is going. Cops get a lot of flack these days, especially when they're caught misbehaving on body cams. But the truth is, being a cop is not easy. Not only do they put their lives on the line daily, but they also have to endure people like Chloe and remain calm and collected at all times. So here's a silent nod to all the law-abiding police officers. And now let's see what Chloe's up to.
I struggle every day! I get beat by men for no reason! I get chewed on like a toy! You're sick! You're sick! Find a new hobby than riding dick all day! What is this? You're gonna all die! And I can't wait! You know what? You wanna die soon? Kill yourself! Kill yourself! Every day, kill yourself!
A female from...
For your dumbass! They need a kill! You came on my
Can't hear you, she keeps yelling.
Cause you're dumb!
Yeah.
Shish kebab!
She ain't too cooperative.
Stop! You are literally choking me out! For walking! You know why? You don't even know anything! You don't even can't even spell right!
When it comes to playground insults, Shish Kebab has got to be on top. I don't know what made me laugh more, that or when the officer said she ain't too cooperative. That has to be the understatement of the century. The officer then returns to the neighbors, who say they want to press charges for larceny as well, for a new pack of cigarettes.
What kind of cigarettes are they?
Marlboro Black Box 100.
And a big lighter.
Yeah, and a big lighter. It's just the fact that she came on my porch, felt comfortable enough to come up and take something off my porch. I mean,
Right.
she's obviously got mental problems.
You just be safe.
Yes, ma'am.
We appreciate everything you did.
So if she comes back over here, just give us a phone call. We'll come over here. She's here. When we get here, we'll arrest her.
So Chloe's about to be charged with disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and larceny. While the ordinary folks are just sipping coffee and chatting away, let's check in on what she's doing. Chloe can't take her eyes off the people outside and keeps hurling insults and threats. Most of them make no sense. Come to think of it, I have a feeling the officer knows more than he's telling us so far.
You guys are such losers. You guys are literal monkeys. Please, just keep hurting yourselves. Keep killing yourself. I'll just go to jail and go to sleep. And be sober. And you'll just get rotten teeth. And just die. And die. And die. Just because I told you to. Because I'm Selena. And I want you to pull the trigger every time. I hope every single house gets a gun. I hope they get 12 guns.
Chloe's mental state is really troubling, and the reason I said I think this cop knows more than he's saying is that he knew her name without ever asking for it. The following conversation proves my hunch was right, and that this is not Chloe's first encounter with the police, and we get a good explanation as to why she's behaving in such a way.
Is she on meth or something?
Yeah, she's using some sort of narcotic, but a lot of it is just she's burnt out from using. That's why she's in the mental state
She
she's
was like irate, like just screaming all the way down. I mean, screaming all the way down the street.
I've been dealing with her for the last 2 years, I think, and every time I talk to her, it's like that.
And she was just screaming bloody murder.
Yeah, she was. She was fine because I've had to talk to her mom a few times, and her mom said that she was a good kid.
How old is she?
She's young. She's barely 20 years old, 21 years old.
Oh my gosh.
You're nothing but a I'm gonna come take a nap, Keena. Time to sleep. Sneak into y'all's files, know everything about your retard. What a cop, huh? That's a cop, huh? That's a real cop, huh? They're winning, huh? They're winning, huh?
Good.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got the ring. Taking care of all your little boys while you work so hard. Cause you're ugly and you it's over.
Wow, that ended up being creepy. But now let's hop on over to another young girl who's about to get arrested for the stupidest thing ever. This clip just goes to show that raising spoiled and entitled kids can have insane repercussions.
Okay.
Get out, and I want to get my car back, please.
Why isn't she getting out?
I don't know. She's got a lot of problems in life. I can't seem to solve them. So I offered to give her a ride, and now
This is my dad, and I think he's, I don't know exactly what's going on, but he has the key to the car, so I'm just waiting on him to get out of the building. You're waiting on him to what? To get out of the building, to come drive the car. He just parked us here, so I don't know.
Yeah, but you know he doesn't have to drive you anywhere. But it's his car. He doesn't have to take you anywhere if he doesn't want to.
I understand. Well, he already took me here, so I'm in the car. I'd like to, go back to my house whenever he's ready, basically. So I'm just sitting in the car.
Okay, but do you realize that if he doesn't want to take you, you have to get out because it's his car, it's his property?
I don't think so. I think
no,
because
I'm letting you know that that's how that works.
Okay, well, I'm going to be sitting here. So, whenever he's ready.
But he doesn't want to drive. You don't want to drive her home?
no, I do not.
I think he might be having some sort of like early dementia or something, but he is not acting like himself.
I don't know what's crazier here. The daughter who's about to get arrested for sitting in her dad's car, or the emasculated dad who has so little authority over his daughter that he can't make her get out himself. They're both ludicrous, and sandwiched between them in this weird situation is the officer, who has to waste time dealing with all this buffoonery. And surprise, surprise, this one also has to do with substance abuse. The following conversation clearly displays the family dynamics that were probably the root of this problem in the first place.
I got her a couple of gift cards because she doesn't have a job.
He did. He just got me a gift
She's
card.
supposed to be in a rehab facility, but somehow managed to get kicked out of it and showed up back at the apartment. So I felt sorry for her, my mistake. Gave her more money, gave her more things to do, took her here so she could get food. Not only did she not get food, she refused to get out of the car, and now she refuses to get out of it at all.
I'm just trying to spend the day with him,
sorry,
or like go out and run errands. We're just trying to run errands.
You said she was evicted from the apartment. Does she not? So that's not where she lives anymore?
I still live there.
She is in the process of eviction. I don't think they got a final order for it yet.
Okay.
So she can still be there.
Permission of the person. He does not want you in his car. You're trespassing in his okay, so we can play this game, but you're gonna get arrested. I mean, that's literally how it's gonna be. Or you could just step out of the car. Like, I'm not trying to be mean to you, but I'm trying to explain something to you, and you're not really willing to listen.
You explained it to me, but I would like to shut my door now.
I'm not doing that. It's not your door. It's not your car.
Okay, I'll just ignore that then.
Just get out, Alex. You're making a show
His
out
door?
of this.
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to make a show out of it. It's just like, it's frustrating.
See the problem. I didn't want to touch her at this point. Because
No, I understand.
I shouldn't have agreed to do it. She's had long-term problems enabling this bad behavior. And it's my fault. I enabled one more time.
And here we are. A kid who's never been told no in her life, a father who never was able and still is not able to say no to his kid, and an officer who has to deal with it. Oh, I guess the situation could be worse.
Aw, you a slave? You're a bad. You wonder why I slap you with a whip every day. There's your face. Whip.
But even though the girl in the car is not violent like Chloe, she's just as weird. Her inability to process the reality around her is astonishing. It's somewhat refreshing to see that at least the father now knows that what he was doing was wrong. But judging by what he's saying, he already knew that and kept doing it. He actually continued enabling her bad behavior, and now that he's caught in a bad spot, he has to call the police. In some aspects, he's even more of a buffoon than her. At least she can blame her behavior on substance abuse, but there's no escaping the fact that he's just a parent who failed to raise a responsible adult. But let's see what happens next. The female officer seems hesitant to remove the young Karen, so maybe her colleague will have a more aggressive approach.
So it's not your car. If you want you out, you're trespassing. You gotta get out.
Well, I think there's a misunderstanding. I think something's going on with my dad because he's not acting like himself.
No, he's acting pretty normal to me.
No, I think he's acting like he's got a problem.
Four-door registered in Jacksonville.
Maybe like he has early onset, like dementia, Alzheimer's.
Can we talk outside of the car?
No. You guys are right here. I'm fine. I'm not stepping out. And I feel like usually you ask people not to step out of the car.
Why won't you get out? Why don't you want to get out?
It's on principle.
But you understand that you're probably going to end up going to jail then, right? So do you want to press charges for trespassing?
I do.
I mean, you can't just press charges like that.
You can.
No, you can't.
Hallelujah! Finally, the father's taking some disciplinary measures, even though he had to have the cops serve as his enforcers. I know parents who have kids who are in the grips of addiction, yet they still think that going to jail is worse, when actually, it can serve as a wake-up call. But for those people, disciplining their kids is furthest from their minds, and that's how they get into these situations in the first place.
You want to get out of the car or not?
Don't you guys have anything better to do today?
We actually do.
Yeah, like, so I don't know what you guys are up to. Why don't you get out in your cars?
I don't want to take a ride to the jail.
I would love to.
I would hate that.
This is going to be one of those situations on when you go down to the jail, people are like, what are you in for? And you say, because I wouldn't get out of the car. People are going to be like, that's a stupid reason to go to jail. I mean, really, there's really not a really good reason to go to jail, but that's really stupid.
Well, it's more stupid of you guys because it's just a lot of paperwork and a lot of trouble.
Notice that another cop arrives, handing some papers to the father. My guess is those are the trespassing forms, and I was wondering why these cops are stalling with the arrest. This is getting ridiculous. But either they really don't want to have to ride back to jail, or they're just waiting for the dad to sign the trespassing charge so they can legally remove her. Let's hope it's the latter.
We're public servants. We've been called here.
You're not a servant.
It's to solve the problem.
I don't think there's not a solution. There isn't a solution.
The solution is that you step out, either stand over here, you could sit, There's a bench over here. The's a bench there. There's a bench over there. Okay, yeah, go ahead and stand out of the car.
No, I stepped out. It's fine. Please allow me to.
No, you're not closing the door. So
I don't want to shut it on you. I don't want to like.
I can promise you, you're not.
Please stop touching this car because it's not your car.
It's not yours either.
Well, that's okay.
In the day, you're gonna come out of the car. So do we have to make this harder? I don't want to.
Don't pull my arm out of its socket.
Please step out.
Don't touch me. I would like to press charges for assault and assault charge. I just was assaulted. Battery.
So
I want to press charges for battery.
you don't get that. It's lawful.
I want to press charges.
It's a lawful.
I would like to press charges.
You don't get to.
I'm being held against my will.
Great, get out of the car.
My dad is obviously like demented and he's got like an issue that I can't diagnose, right?
Yeah, this girl is obnoxious. I think Gen Z is calling this the main character syndrome. It's when someone is so entitled that they believe they're the main character of their life story and no one else matters. Right now, I'm dying to see her arrested, but this cop has a comeback for the ages, comparing her to his crazy arsonist brother. I'd be surprised if someone doesn't use this in a movie one day. Listen to this.
I am his caretaker. So
You're his caretaker?
yes, I am.
You sound a lot like my brother used to sound before he burned my mom's house down.
What do? You just like police stuff? What is that? What is policing?
That is literally my job. I'm a supervisor. You're refusing to get out of the car. I literally cannot be nicer to you. Not your way in a minute.
I don't have them.
And I would prefer them not go down that way. Yeah, but they're going to get worse.
Defiance.
That's your choice?
Defiance.
So you understand the risk that you're taking with this, right? Okay. That's...
No. You're insulting me. What are you doing? No, I'm not going to. Why?
Put your hands behind your back.
No.
You're under arrest.
No.
You're gonna be
I'm
placed
not under
arrest.
arrest.
You
I'm
are.
under cardiac arrest.
Ha! Finally! Nice to see her taking it with a dose of humor and not screaming her lungs out. Now that it's official, I have to say that this is the dumbest reason to get arrested for. If you know anything that's dumber than this, share it in the comments below. I'd really love to know. In the meantime, this next clip will blow you away.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you call?
I don't know where the girl is that was driving.
She's right there. Whose car is this?
That's my grandson's, and it was parked right here. He
Okay.
hasn't went anywhere all day.
Alright.
And
Is everybody okay?
yeah,
Okay.
everybody's
All right.
okay.
I'll just have you guys hang out over there for now, okay?
All right.
Now, before we get to the young lady, I just have to say that being a cop is crazy. I mean, you never know what you're gonna experience today. But hats off to the grandma. She's like one of those rugged movie characters, unfazed by anything. She's just standing there smoking that cigarette. She's been through so much that she just couldn't be bothered by a car smashing her grandson's car and then flipping over in the middle of the street. She's seen it all, and then some. But the suspect is just as cool, even though she just caused a crash, wrecked her vehicle, and endangered her life as well as the lives of a bunch of strangers. But she seems to be at peace.
Hello. Looks like you might have crashed your car, huh?
Oh my gosh. Hi. Yeah, I'm Rachel. Nice to meet you.
Rachel? Eli, nice to meet you. What's going
Nice
on?
to
How'd
meet
this
you.
happen?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
Yeah,
It's your car?
this is my vehicle.
Yeah.
Yes, obviously.
Well, how did it end up on its side? Do you know? Did it just...
I mean, obviously it didn't just
Right.
by itself.
Wait a second. How come everybody's so calm? A car crashed and went upside down. Now that must have been loud and scary, and I'd expect people to be shaken up by this ordeal. And the officer is also very jovial about it. He inspects the car and inquires about the car seat. After the driver assures him there was no one else in the car at the time of the accident, he asked if she was the one driving it, and we noticed the woman is starting to grow tired of the questions.
Were you driving it?
I obviously was driving the vehicle.
Okay.
So, I mean, do you, obvi-
Go ahead,
do you
just need the
always
one
ask
for
redundant
Edward Victor.
questions, or you just ask questions?
I just ask questions. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, that's all.
Yeah,
It's
I mean-
Rachel, right?
It is Rachel. It's nice. Yeah. I was just driving down the road. And then on
10-4, can you
my
run it?
vehicle.
So were you driving this way?
Yeah, obviously. That's the way the vehicle's facing.
Why do you
So,
keep saying obviously?
well, I mean, I think
I'm
Everything with the scene is pretty obvious, so.
Okay.
So basically, she's implying that this cop is dumb. Now, the officer's asking all the right questions. Someone else could have been driving the car and then ran away after the accident. And a car that smashed this badly could have turned in any possible direction during the crash. By the slow, slurred speech, we can surmise that she's under the influence. And by the sheer, nagging tone of her voice, we can also assume that she's a Karen that's about to bust out. But hey, we might be wrong. Let's continue the investigation.
Did you just not see the car on the side of the road, or how did it end up getting hit?
There was no car on the side of the road.
There wasn't?
Not to my knowledge, no. There was a car driving this way. I was clearly driving in my lane.
Okay.
After the officer inspects the road, the suspect explains she was coming from a friend's house, but doesn't know the address. She also mentions they picked up a friend in Hobbsie's, which is a tavern on the south side of the town. Naturally, the officer asks the inevitable question which is on all our minds.
You had anything to drink tonight, Rachel?
No, I haven't.
Just be honest with me.
No, I
It's
haven't.
not gonna it's not gonna incriminate you any further. or anything
No,
like
I know. Nope, no.
that. Nothing to drink, huh?
Not since 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
So I would
It's been
say.
a few hours then.
Yeah. Like,
What did you have at 6?
I had what we considered a beer cocktail, I guess.
How much alcohol would you say is in that?
It's a 4%. 4%.
And you just had one of them.
Yeah, it's just a fun.
Okay.
We were at a fantasy football draft tonight.
That explains the jersey. You a Cowboys?
Yeah, that's
you a
why I'm in
Cowboys
New
fan?
Jersey. Yeah, I'm
You
a
are?
Cowboys fan.
All right.
But yeah, I just had one cocktail.
So this friendly banner is all nice and cute, but we all know it's not going to last for long. You know why? Because the Karen I mentioned is just around the corner. The only question is, when she rears her entitled head, how ugly is it going to be? Well, let's see.
Okay. So here's the deal, Rachel.
So here's the deal. I won't answer any more of your questions.
You're not going to answer any more of my questions?
No.
Okay. Well, you don't have to
if-
answer anything.
If you'd like to know, nope. Actually, I'll let you know what's going on from now, because you've superseded your rights of asking me questions.
Hi, ma'am. Can I talk to you?
Nope. And so any more questions you have, you can talk to my attorney. All right?
What's your name?
You can talk to my attorney.
It's Rachel.
He knows my name.
Is it Rachel?
I won't be answering any more of your questions. I think I've made that very clear.
So either Rachel's been watching cop shows, or she's following this channel, because she knows when you screw something up and the cops arrive, it's best to keep your trap shut. However, she's drunk, and she can't keep her mouth shut, so she continues chatting with the officer continually. The female officer also inquires about the drinking.
I haven't been drinking tonight.
I can smell the alcohol from you.
Well, I guess you can smell the alcohol from me, but I haven't been drinking, so.
Okay, why am I smelling alcohol from you? You don't know? Have you been around people who have been drinking? Is there a reason why I'm smelling alcohol right now? It doesn't come from nowhere. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Makes total sense,
So
yeah.
where have you been drinking tonight?
I think I already told you. Any questions you have, you can talk to my attorney.
We've been over that.
Okay.
Are
Yeah.
you? Yeah,
I think
know.
that's like very
Did you
clear.
ask about fields?
No.
Are you willing to perform any field tests for us tonight?
No, I would not be willing to perform.
You willing to do a PBT for us tonight?
No.
Okay, you're going to be under arrest for OWI.
Okay.
Wow, that went smoothly. But let's face it, Rachel already knew she was going to be arrested, even before the cops came. She's still entitled, but more in a sneaky, condescending way. We caught a glimpse of it in her conversation with the male officer, but it becomes apparent again later while she's sitting in the cruiser.
And what am I under arrest for?
Operating while under the influence of alcohol.
And is that assumptive or assured?
I don't know what you mean by that.
Is that an assumed offense or is that an assured?
I still don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, I didn't think so. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, did you assume I was operating under alcohol or had you been assured by some sort of test? You just assumed, right? Correct?
And while Rachel is working on her passive-aggressive approach in the police vehicle, a crowd of neighbors is gathered to watch the spectacle. So the officer approaches them and takes their statement.
So,
I didn't know what was going on. Kind of scared me when it first happened.
Yeah, you guys hear it?
I didn't. I was downstairs watching news development.
I heard it.
Cody, get upstairs! Someone hit your car. I'm like, what?
Yeah. So where was it parked?
Literally parked right in between these two trees here.
So it launched it like 20 feet, huh?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
At first, I thought it was his car that was on the side, and I was like, how did Cody's car get inside?
It's obvious that this was a serious crash, and it's pure luck that no one got injured, including the driver. Rachel was offered the option of being released if there was someone sober who could pick her up. But unfortunately, she only has her husband who lives in Nebraska. So it was off to jail with her, and hopefully she's learned her lesson. Oh my God. This video just keeps getting weirder and weirder, right? First, we had the most chilled, drunken college student. Then we had the screamer that sounds like she just got out of the loony bin, followed by the delusional Karen with the main character syndrome. And then we had a horrible crash where everyone was jovial and acted like they were out on a picnic. Come to think of it, that's basically every day here on the Hidden Files channel. So be on the lookout for our next video, because you don't want to miss out on that one.